come around, I create my switch, and I go right to my knee on belly. The issue with knee on belly that most people have is they're in such a rush to get there, and they're leading with their head. So when they come through, it's like this. Okay? Obviously, that's not 100% effective, depending upon what your goal is. Okay? When you come through, you have to lead with the hip. All right? Yeah, I really drive my hips forward. Okay? In that classic Elvis stance. Okay? Anthony's about to throw his underwears at me. And if you look, I'm cutting a diagonal across Josh. Now, I'm not going to stay here the whole time just for the sake of Josh still liking me. But my goal is really to put that much pressure on him and make him desperate. The more pressure I create, the slower he gets, harder it is to breathe, and the easier it is for me to set up my submission. Keep the leg out, okay, so I can apply counter pressure and create that right angle to him. I did look it up, and whatever they were saying in Omaha about the leg having to be up here is bunk. It's not in the rule book. It just says that you have to have the knee off the ground and the leg out. So, have to do this crap. So what was once a dominating, vicious position has just turned into me sitting next to him and we're talking about TV. Okay. So there's not much else you can do from here. I'm here and here, drive it forward, and around, and immediately into my pressure position. Toes off the mat, my foot hooks around his hip. I put the top of this foot right at the crest of his pelvis here. Okay, I'm gonna be at the peak of that hip region. I'm cutting that diagonal right up under the rib cage. I hit that soft area right here, and then at the center point, I cross over, and my knee's basically at his opposite nipple. That way, that pressure is coming down and smashing him pretty flat, but it's also cutting his diaphragm in half, making him do a lot of upper respiratory manual breathing. Kind of sucks. It's like I stab him in the lung down here. Okay. Boom, boom. With proper positioning here, good pressure, I only have to do a minimal amount of stabilizing, and I can start to set my grips at will. Okay? I can make myself dangerous because I now have the full range of attacks with my hands. So, we're just going to get into the idea of getting in there and stabilizing. I want to work both ways, because with something like this, you really do have to have both options available. I come forward, little bump, okay? So I bump with my knee, got my grip, come down, stabilize. I am just have better base. Okay? Control the leg, bump it forward, come around, locking my knee on belly. All right, we're here. Now that I'm free to attack, I want to get on the attack right away. All right, I like to go immediately for my grips here. Okay, I dive in, palm up, and I go thumb in here, just like this. This is generally where I'm going to try to set it right off the bat. Now, what's nice about this is if I go in here, I'm trying to get this, I feel destabilized, this grip will kind of give me something to base on and prevent him from being able to comfortably shrimp, because the more he tries to shrimp and the more that I throw this against his face, right, the less he can change his hip angle as well. So it works doubly against him, here and here. I can also use this now if this gi is tight, like when I came down, I smashed it here, I'm like, I don't have anywhere to put it, okay? I can push it over. See how that little push gives me some space? I can now go inside, rough him up a little bit, and I want to bring my hands as close together as possible. The thing about chokes of any type, where people screw up is they're trying to be nice, they over-accommodate, they have a loose grip, or they make their hands shape around the form of his neck. I want to make his neck conform to the shape of my wrists. Okay? Right now my arms are iron bars. When I make my rotation, it has to be fast, okay? It's full commitment here. I pull around, I keep this heavy on his chest. That keeps him pinned to the mat. We came through, grip, grip, heavy on the elbow here. And this is my pinion point. This makes my hips light. I rotate down and I take my head and I put it on the ground next to his opposite hip. And I pull my arms this direction. Here. See how my knees hide his head? Nice short pull. When you're really going kind of full bore, you usually don't even have to make the pull before the guy is slapping the heck out of you like you just tried to steal his purse. Okay? I said that for your sake, man. Just so it doesn't seem weird when you walk out of here with your purse, your satchel, whatever you call it. Here, okay? Grip in, grab it, push it open. Palm up, grip. Tighten it up. You have time to fight. As he defends, even if he grabs my wrist right here, and he's pulling it away from his neck, does him no good. Because when I rotate, things get really, really tight, really, really fast. Okay? Elbow down towards the center of his chest. I rotate, and I want to put this knee over there by his shoulder, my head clear over here.